Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Connor here with Impromptu Productions. Today, we're going to do arguably the most important video on the internet, which is a Goldeneye 007 weapons tier list. I know we're excited. I'm excited. Look, everyone's excited. All right, so we're just going to hop right into this. I think it's safe to say we're going to go from the D all the way to the S tier. Pretty standard stuff. I don't think there's going to be too many surprises, but we'll see, won't we? So let's just get right into this. All of the mines, we're going to go right to D. Not because they're not strong, not because they're not fun, not because they're not awesome to use. Just when do we really use them that much? I need certain missions, maybe, facility comes to mind, of course, but come to mind. Duh. Anyways, besides the multiplayer aspect in the vanilla game, just not too much. So another one we're putting in the D tier. As much as I love the knives, and I do, both the throwing knives and the old hunting knife, just way too many better options. They have to be firmly in the D tier list, of course. Another one that probably deserves it for a lot of reasons. The good old fashioned grenade just doesn't float my boat. Again, I don't even have fond memories of using this in either the multiplayer or the campaign. So, take a hike, grenade. And finally, rounding up the D tier is the orphan stepchild of video games, the gun everybody loves to hate because it is so trash, the Klob. Now, can you dual wield it? Sure. Is that pretty cool? Sure. Is it still D tier? Yes, because I don't think there is a weaker gun in history, a video games or real life, I think you're better off if James Bond in 007 Goldeneye could wield a spoon. I think he'd have a better chance than the Klob. Poor Klob gets disrespected, maybe it deserves better. I don't know. Definitely not in this game, though. Not in this case. So let's move right on to our next tier, which is the C tier. See here, where's our friends? I know the icons are so small, so I'm gonna have to get all old man and get all close. Oh, the PP7. All right, the vanilla PP7 does belong here. It's not trash. It sounds cool. It's iconic. It looks cool, but the C tier is where it belongs in this here weapons list. Oh, sorry. All right, we're going to go right on to, I don't know if this is controversial or not, but the rocket launcher and the grenade launcher. More so the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher was this close to being in the D tier. And it totally has to do with its aim. Like the rocket launcher, it's a pretty good application, shoot straight forward. But what is it? One? You get one level? What? That's not enough. I need more criteria, okay? Sure, cruising down the streets of St. Petersburg with a rocket launcher and a tank is every boy's dream, naturally. But when you only get to do it once, it probably puts you in the C tier. Grenade launcher, if it wasn't so cool, especially as far as looks go, and then I love the sounds in the game. It has to be pointed out how great everything does sound, and that is the only reason it made it into the C tier, because it's pretty trash. It's pretty bad. Is it cool? Yeah. The animation's cool. The fire effects, especially for the time this game came out, pretty cool. But that being said, I don't know. I was really tempted to put the throwing knife in C, but I did, in fact, keep it in D tier just because you just feel like there's better options, right? So let's go ahead and move on to the B tier. A lot of guns here left. That's pretty good. We're going to start with is it D5K? The douche. I'm just kidding. Anyways, love the gun. Great gun. You could say phenomenal gun. Still a B tier. And, it's just because there's better options. And that's where you fall into, middle child syndrome right here, right? B being right firmly in the middle, because they're not bad. They are in fact good. You're getting a passing grade, getting an above average grade even. But I also have I mean, like the automatic shotgun, statue, the sound, the noise, iconic. Pretty limited again though. One level. Hey, I put the pump shotgun on too. That's not in the vanilla campaign. I don't think it is off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's not. That's more you unlock with the all weapons and the multiplayer. It's still pretty cool though. Again, the sounds, the sides. You love the raw power, the raw damage. It's pretty great stuff. But I don't know. Here's my first what I imagine. What I imagine is going to be a kind of semi-controversial one. And the DD-44. It's actually my favorite gun in the game, and it has to do with the way it looks. Now, if you look at its real-life counterpart, the Torque Rev like 35 or whatever it is, it looks puny and putrid and doesn't shoot a big caliber round. Shoots a little tiny little bullet, right? But man, in this game, they make it sound like an absolute hand cannon, and that's pretty cool. And I have to tip my hat because as a child, I didn't know that these were all kind of based off real weapons because who knew? I was like 7 playing this game when it came out. Come on now. Or I guess not when it came out, when I was playing it, right? But this is so cool. I love it so much. I used to shoot it where you had to reload it, but you can keep the trigger down, so it just goes click click. You can hear Bond pulling the trigger, and I used to turn it to the side because it just looks so cool. I don't know why. There's a fun fact for you. Do that. Shoot it till James Bond is pulling the trigger, dry firing it over and over, and look at it. It looks pretty snazzy, and I appreciate it for that. Here's a controversial one for you. The golden gun in the B tier, you say? One of the most iconic Bond weapons in the B tier? Yeah. Now, is it fun? You bet. Multiplayer-wise, it's one of the most fun you can have because what? You got one stinking shot, right? That's pretty cool. And it's one hit, one kill. That's just so much fun. But again, especially like one level. It's not even in like the base game. You gotta unlock the level and everything. And who doesn't love Aztec? This is super cool. But it's just Baron Simony, awesome. Just not. Maybe there's better options. Maybe if I was ranking the weapons I game right now, I'd have it the B tier because I do. Here's another good one. The silver PP7. Obviously, it's better than the base special issue PP7, but damage is better. It looks cool. That chrome silver look is pretty awesome, but that's just about it. Since we're speaking of PP7s, here's the goated PP7, the most iconic weapon in the game, the silenced PP7. So awesome, so great, so much fun to use. You got to love it, and I do. I personally, I think it's better than the base one simply for the fact of the silence. The game's pretty cool. You can go kind of undetected, and how awesome is that? What a thought. Yeah, I would have never thunked it, right? Let's just carry on. We have our last weapon in the B tier, and I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, Connor, the KF7 Soviet? Are you kidding me? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because, like Taco Bell for me in real life, who's there for you when you need it the most? The KF7 Soviet is. When you're out of ammo, KF7 Soviet. When you need to zoom in, KF7 Soviet. Now, I know when you shoot, sometimes the bullets are so inaccurate. But when you're down and out, you best believe a KF7 Soviet is there to lift you up onto the A tier. Starting off with a rather big boy, and I mean that. The Phantom. Oh, so cool. Dual-wield Phantom. Now we're talking. We're talking about some serious power. This one does, again, like a lot of the cool weapons, just kind of stinks, right, when you think about it. But suffers from poor level itis. It's just not on. It's one level, right? One level, maybe two. I don't know. And I'm not here saying. I'm not here claiming to be a Goldeneye expert, but I have put in so many hours on Goldeneye. If you look at my Nintendo 64 cartridge, I have a thumb mark on it, which is, I don't know if embarrassing or impressive or both. So let's move into another one. Similar issue we had with the special issue PP7 opposed to the silenced special issue PP7. The silenced D5K Deutsch has to be better. It has to be. It's just everything about it. The look, the sound, the detection capabilities. It's got to be above it. You just cannot argue. Well, I mean, you could. In my opinion, you can't. Oh, gotta put this guy in the A tier. The sniper rifle? Are you kidding me? Don't hold your breath unless you was admitting. Okay, this guy right here. First time playing Dam and you get this, you feel like you are a spy. Okay, maybe not. But it's just a really fun weapon to use. Love it in multiplayer. Love it in the campaign when you get it, again, pretty briefly. But love that you can utility. Oh, ran out of ammo. James Bond's like, I got you. Flips it around. Is like, I'm going to hit him with it. And I'm like, that is he is a spy. And I'm sitting here making weapons tier list videos. Right, on to the next one. We got the Uzi. What is it? The ZMG? ZMG in this game? I believe so. Quite a fun weapon. You gotta love that you can dual wield most weapons. And this is one of those where you're dual wielding it and you just know you can get like the cool images in your head of him sliding and doing all this funky stuff. And I love it. It's great. Great weapon. Multiplayer, a staple in this house growing up, I must say. Now, I know what you're asking. Why is there body armor? That's not a weapon. You're right. I'm going to get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and put the last weapon in the A tier. And what you're thinking, there's a lot left, and we will discuss them. And here we go. The Cougar Magnum. I know what you're saying. The Cougar Magnum over the Golden Gun? Over the Silver PP7? I'm going to say yes. You know why? The Cougar Magnum is very easy to unlock. And when I was a child, probably too young to play this game, not smart enough, too dumb, that boy really backpacked me. And you got to appreciate those who uplift you and carry you. And the Cougar Magnum was there. You know, kind of like a father figure. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we're going to get into the coveted S tier, Goldeneye 007 weapons tier list. We're here. We made it. Let's just get right to it. We're going to talk about some absolute units. Bum, 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 bum. Gold PP7. I don't think this needs to be discussed. It's just like almost a guaranteed one hit on just about every single enemy. Like overpowered, 7 shots. Way better than the Golden Gun, base Golden Gun. So you got to respect that. And for some reason, I always think of the Golden PP7 with paintball mode cheat unlocked. It's just one of those clash of colors. You got the shiny gold, the funky paint. Great touch. Awesome, Rare. Rare, please come back. Hashtag there's that big Xbox rumor right now about them releasing Goldeneye again. And if they release Goldeneye again, yeah, I'm probably going to buy it again. Because, of course, I am. Here we go. If the KF-7 Soviet was jealous of anything, probably going to be the AR-33. Because the AR-33 does everything the KF-7 Soviet does, but a lot better. It looks cooler. It does zoom in just like the KF-7 Soviet. It's more accurate. And it can shoot through walls, which, as you can see, why my next weapon is also up here. Now, mind you, I know some other ones can shoot through walls, but when it comes to my memory, my recollection, it's really the AR-33 and the RCP-90. Really, besides RCP looking like Shamu out here, I don't know why. I always thought it looked like a killer whale. Maybe I'm not the only one. Dual wield, awesome. Can shoot through doors, awesome. Huge magazine, awesome. It has too many positive things going for it where you couldn't keep it off the S tier. You just couldn't. Now we're down to 2. I know what you're thinking. Watch laser? You're right. The watch laser, probably the speedrunner's wet dream. Just an absolute unit. You can't say anything bad about the watch laser, except for its range, I suppose you could. So there's your one thing. Ammo capacity, maybe. But it's just so strong. It's so strong. I know if you're a fanboy of GoldenEye like I have, you've seen many a speedrun, and that is, in fact, the weapon of choice. Now we're going to the last weapon. Suffers absolutely horribly, right, from the good old one level itis, but we're talking about I'm trying to factor in multiplayer as well, right, as best as I can. The Moonraker laser. Now that is a weapon. Okay, we're talking about range. I mean, besides the sniper rifle, untouchable, damage, pretty comparable to the top units in the game. But what sets it aside is the unlimited ammo capacity, which I had to go ahead and give it the S tier ranking, probably the most powerful weapon in all of GoldenEye 007. So that is it. We've done it. We've done all the weapons. My name's Connor. This is Impromptu Production. If you like what you saw, stay around. Got a podcast. Got some more videos if you like bowling. I don't know why I'm obsessed with bowling, but go ahead and watch. Thanks again, and I'll see you later.